Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of three Strixhaven draft. The rare here, Poet's Quill. I've played it a few times. I played against it. Super strong equipment. I would argue the best equipment in the set. I don't think that's too debatable, probably, that I can think of. But yeah, incredibly strong equipment. Unless there's like Mystical Archive GTAs or something. But yeah, we'll take the Poet's Quill. Be super happy about it. Other notable picks in here, Inkling Summoning, Rise of Extus, two other great black spells. Study Break, much better than I initially gave it credit for. All the learn spells, even if they look like trash, are in fact actually playable. It just turns out this one is incredibly strong, and even if it didn't have learn on it, would still be super highly played in every deck in Limited. So why they just like attached learn to this card, I don't know. But okay, we'll take it. Follow-up pick. Well, we could take the Rise of Extus. That seems totally appropriate. Leaves us still open to Witherbloom and Silver Quill. And it's a great removal spell. It also has Learn, so we can start picking up some lessons along the way. Heated Debate is in here as well, which is much cheaper than Rise of Extus, but I'd still take the Rise of Extus just to stay on color with Poet's Quill for now. And see what we can make happen here. Otherwise, Witherbloom Pledge Mage and Witherbloom Apprentice. You know how much I love my Witherbloom. Probably my favorite archetype in the format. I kind of like all the archetypes now. I was down on Prismari for a while, but I shouldn't be. It's a great archetype too. I've gotten crushed by it. I've won with it. I think I just, blue-red in general, I tend to, I don't know, my playstyle tends to clash with that archetype, but I think that's on me. I just got to figure it out. But let's take Rise of Extus. I'm digressing here. Be happy about it. Well, we could take the Pestilent Cauldron. It's playable. Not amazing, but playable. I might just want this Inkling Summoning. We have two Learn cards already. I mean, this card's, yeah, it's really not that strong. It's okay. I do like that you can exile 4 cards from any graveyard. So you can at least get rid of your opponent's graveyard. Certainly relevant against certain decks, but I think nowadays 4 mana to draw a card on an equipment, or artifact rather, it's not like it's broken. There is a Heated Debate in here, which is quite good. I would argue the best card in here, but are we going for full-fledged 3-color at this point? Like if I take it, I'm not going to not play Poet's Quill. I'll tell you that much. I think we just take the Summoning. This is arguably the best lesson anyway, and the fact that we already have 2 Learn cards, yeah. Turn 2 Poet's Quill, finding Inkling Summoning. I mean, what more do you want? Honestly. What more do you want? So we could take Cram Session. I do like Cram Session. Some good blue cards in here. Divide by 0 is very strong. Makes a lot more sense why it can't bounce tokens now, since a lot of the win cons in this format seem to be tokens. I mean, we could take the Lorehold Campus and help splash, but no. Cram Session is just very good. We're getting all to learn. I'm glad we have 1 lesson, because we're going to need a lot more lessons. All right, we can take the Intro to Annihilation. There is a Lash of Malice, however, which is good. I like Lash of Malice quite a bit, maybe more than most. It's also Pillar Drop Rescuer in here, which is a great card. It's not any permanent, right? Just creature cards. Okay. It's also Spiteful Squad. I mean, the choice for me is really Intro to Annihilation versus Lash of Malice. Intro to Annihilation I don't like as much as a lot of the other lessons, but I think it's a good one to have. You should probably, especially when you already have 3 Learn cards, probably just find something that deals with anything and accept that it's good enough to take here. Oh, and we get the EVS now, Environmental Science. Yeah, now we're just, I mean, look at what we have access to on pick 6. We have 3 Learn cards. We have Find a Land if you're getting mana starved. We have Evasive Creature, and we have Deal with Anything. Like, the perfect toolkit, and it's only pick 6. I am thrilled. We're passing a Leech Fanatic, which I would definitely play. Here, what do we take? Well, I actually really like Deadly Brew. Plus, then it puts me right into my favorite archetype. Yeah, and actually Poet's Quill, I would argue, is better in Witherbloom too, because they've got the life gain synergies. I really like Deadly Brew. I think it's a great card. Plus the fact that it can get back Poet's Quill even from your graveyard if they find some way to actually deal with it. We're going to take it over the 2 mono black cards. And I would argue it's the best card in this pack remaining, so cool. Okay, so now there's 2 really good Silver Quill cards, or we could just take the Spectre of the Fens. I mean, Spectre's fine. It tends to go about this late, which is surprising, because I think it's a totally fine card. I could abandon the Deadly Brew pick and take one of these. Spiteful Squad and Owl and Shield Mage are both good. I'll take the Spectre. We're for sure black, so let's just take it. Be happy enough about it. Let's see here. We can take Moldering Karok. Late Study Break. Maybe I'm up on it more than other people now just because I like Learn so much, or I've grown to love Learn so much. Can take the Witherbloom Pledge Mage and be happy about that. So the only problem we have now is we don't actually have life gain synergies yet, like the Blood Researcher and stuff like that, but whatever. Pledge Mage is certainly good. Throw a little Poet's Quill on that. You got yourself a 6/6 lifelink beater. Pretty strong. And really not passing anything else that's on color, so that works for me. Alright, looks like we're missing on this pick. I feel like I probably have enough goodies in Witherbloom where I want to stick with that. So I'm debating just taking the worst card here, which is probably Symmetry Sage. But it's probably Befuddler, actually. I'll take the worst card, because I do want to be Witherbloom. We'll take actually the Lowerhold Campus here, because could potentially splash. Well, probably wouldn't splash either of these, but whatever. Spiteful Squad. We'll take the worst card again. I mean, maybe there's a chance. Yeah, I suppose there is a chance that we could end up in Silver Quill. But I'd rather be Witherbloom. Wow. Doomblade, huh? I don't think I've gotten to play this yet. Tenured Inkcaster is at its best in this archetype for sure as well. When you're getting all of those little drain synergies go off of the Blood Researcher, it's really good. There's another Leech Fanatic in here. Intro to Prophecy is a playable lesson, not an exciting one. Victorious is cool. Let's just obviously take Doomblade here. And then just hope you don't run up against black decks. Yeah, it sounds about right. Now, it kills big tokens too, so it's just obviously good. They don't print it anymore. I'm trying to think why. Probably the fact that it's non-black, because they have other stuff like I don't know. Maybe they want it less specific. But yeah, they don't print Doomblade anymore. And then we're immediately past Putrefy, huh? Well, there's a field trip in here, which I like a lot. Another Intro to Annihilation, which would be fine, but I think it's an easy Putrefy. And now I would say we certainly have enough incentive to just go ahead and say we are Witherbloom. Proud we are. Do we have any creatures? I was going to say. It looks like we have none. We could take the Snarl here. I might just take another Rise of Exodus. What's that bring our removal count up to? 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, this will be 5. Otherwise, I could take the Snarl, whatever. It's fine. I really like Assistant a lot. Assistant looks like it would be nuts in here, too. But I'll still take the Rise. Get the built-in 2-for-1. Hunt for Specimens is a great card. Pest Summoning, great card. I think we have more Learn than Lessons currently, right? Yes, we certainly do. I'll take the Pest Summoning over the Hunt. Nice to have a good balance of Learn and Lesson. Plus, just, once again, one of the better lessons you can have for Witherbloom. And our list of lessons is really growing into a really beautiful, beautiful little display of lessons we've got going on now. Yeah. This deck is really looking great. Looking really great. Only thing missing is more creatures, but I've mentioned this a few times. You can count Learn cards as creatures, especially in this deck. Wow, we're past a Hunt for Specimens. Just wonderful. We're going to have some serious consistency in here, I think. But the fact that you can count Poet's Quill as a creature in this deck, I mean, it's just busted. This card just feels busted. in a deck that has all of these creature cards to search up. I guess we only have 2 currently, but we'll find some more. I have a good feeling. This is an example of a Witherbloom deck that currently has 0 actual, like, synergy things either. I don't know if you noticed that, but I could take the Anatomy. I might actually take the Pledge Mage just to get another beater. I really like Expanded Anatomy, and we could always use more lessons. But, I mean, we have 4 very solid lessons currently. I bet we have 5 learn cards, though, don't we? 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, we do. Well, I think Anatomy would be fine, but I'm a little worried we're going to be pretty creature light. But, like I said, I guess technically our learn cards count as creatures, so we're really not that bad. All right, Blood Researcher. I think so. Tend the Pest is cool. I mean, it's a great card in the right deck. We don't have the Omega synergies with it, but it's still just fine. But Blood Researcher looks nuts in here. We've got Hunt for Specimen, we've got Poet's Quell. We have way too many good things to not take the... We have way too many life gain synergies to not take Blood Researcher here. So, we're taking it. Dissector, playable, not exciting. Probably take it anyway, just in case we need it. It's a late Pillar Drop Rescuer, but that's fine. Leech Fanatic, good wheel. Yeah, 2-drop. Actually in pretty desperate need of 2-drops. We don't really have that many. Might just cut the mono black card and let everyone have everything else here. We're not going to play Essence Infusion, hopefully. So, currently with all of our learn cards, we have how many creatures? This is 8. I could take Infuse. I might take Unwilling Ingredient. Infuse is pretty good, too. But, maybe I'll just take the Ingredient. I don't know. I could go either way on that. I really think Infuse is good, but we're kind of doing good on removal right now. Here I'll cut the worst card, which is probably the Twin Scroll Shaman. Even though we're kind of competing with Silver Quill for black cards, technically, I think it's fine to do it this way. All right, we'll take the big play. I don't know if it'll make the deck or if I want it to make the deck, but someone's getting a last pick Illustrious Historian. They better be in red. If they are, they're thrilled. Very, very happy with this deck right now. Big play seems like the odd man out, considering it's our only mono green card. So yeah, it does seem like green, we're getting probably cut on non-Witherbloom cards, but not that big of a deal. Technically, this card does work in our deck. We do gain life. Could take it. I mean, we're not passing anything for it, so I guess it's fine. I haven't played with it. I've played against it. It's a rare. It's probably worth trying out. This presumably is the right archetype for it. We're going to be gaining life. So, yeah, we'll take it. See what it can do. I mean, in this deck, it can ramp up to like 6 or maybe more. So, we'll see what it can do. Could take the Pledge Mage. It's a playable card. Could take the Servant. Servant probably makes more sense than Pledge Mage, because it's just 1 green rather than 2 black. It can't fly, though, but it does have 1 more toughness, so it's better against pests. It gains life, which I guess really only synergizes currently with our Researcher. But I'd probably still take it. Actually, we'd probably take Field Trip. Oh, there's a Wrangler in here, too? Never mind. We're not taking the Servant. It's probably Field Trip. When in doubt, take more learned synergies. Plus, we have things we actually want to ramp into, so yes. We're going to take the Field Trip. Once again, counts as a creature card in our deck. I think we could use at least 1 more summoning. Ask and ye shall receive. Yep, we'll take it. Over Lash of Malice, despite Lash being good too. Love pest summoning, and with all these learn cards just digging up pest summonings, we're going to be in business. I hope we don't end up removal light. I know that seems insane to say, but we have Doomblade, Brew, that's 2, 3, 5 currently. 5's pretty good. Well, I'd probably take Mage Hunter's Onslaught here. I know it seems like we're a creature light, but we're not. So just get more premium removal. And then just rely... God, this pack has some real goodies in it, though. Last, cheap removal. Assistant, get back, just so many things. Like, Assistant is insane in here, but I'd still rather have the removal. Alright, we'll take the Deadly Vanity. I think we can get to 8 mana in here. Especially with the Alchemist. Can technically, yeah, I guess we can splash Glyph Weaver in a pinch too. Yeah, we'll take it. Over Campus, that's fine. And it just destroys creatures, right? That's the most important part. Great. So we won't even blow up our Poet's Quill. Perfect. Bayou Groff looks great in here. Oh, our deck is just really coming together nicely here. I'm very, very happy with what we're looking at. Here, I might just take the rare. I'm not gonna... Well, I could sideboard into Go Blank. It seems so unlikely. I'd rather just get like 20 gems. PTQ, go for the sideboard card. Draft every day on Arena multiple times. Just take 20 gems. Go infinite. There's my advice. Snakeskin Veil. There's some good protection. I mean, there's some things we want to protect too. It might just actually take the Campus here. Technically, we still need 2 more playables. Huh. Yeah, for that reason, I could take the Poet. Plus, you know, we're actually a little bit light on 2-drops. Alright, fine. I'll take the Poet. I want the Campus, though. Alright, take another Unwilling Ingredient. I mean, they can chump block in a pinch. Take the Servant now. Alright, well, we could have gotten enough playables as is, but it's okay. Glyph Weaver doesn't even really count as a creature in here, because we're playing it for the Deadly Vanity. I know I said I don't like board wipes, but I'll make an exception for I get to keep something and no one else does. Doesn't matter what we take here. It's the last pack, so yeah, probably just take this or whatever. Maybe first save class because it has Learn on it. Here I'll just take the uncommon. I'm not going to sideboard into Charge Through. Well, this deck is looking incredibly powerful. I don't even know. Do we want Access Tunnel? I think you can steal games with Access Tunnel. I will say that. Sometimes, especially in a deck that has no evasion. That's not true. We have a little bit of evasion. First save class, underrated, I think. Probably just because it has Learn on it. Alright. So, cuts. Honestly, we might just cut the Dissector. Yeah, especially since we went the curved. Probably be down just a little bit. I don't think an Unwilling Ingredient is all that good, but I'm actually surprised how hard it was for this deck to get playables. I wonder what the issue was there. It's probably just taking all the lessons. Do we get like 5? How many lessons did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. And we have like 7 Learn cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 and 5. Oh, that's just mwah, beautiful. So cut the lands for now. We only need to make 1 cut. I think it's probably Dissector. With our Learn cards, we have how many creatures? Just a ton. We had 6. So it's honestly, it's like having 19 creatures in this deck. Although we can only pluck up 3, I guess. So it's like having 16 creatures. Still more than enough. Yeah, this looks sweet. I don't know what to say. Look at this deck. Look at the removal in here. Doomblade. Technically all of our Learn, which can find Intro to Annihilation, which is by far our worst removal spell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus we have Deadly Vanity. And a board wipe on top of that. Wow. Yeah, this deck is real strong. Real strong. Looks a lot of fun. And more black than green. We have actual double black, and we have triple black technically. No double green, so we're certainly running more green. And most of our early plays are black as well. But the question is, do I want to do the access tunnel? Do I want to dilute? I think if I didn't have a triple black, I'd be... Honestly, I think there's a reasonable argument to play the access tunnel. I know you're thinking, but Alex, what are you, crazy? No. No, I'm not. I think it can win the game. We have a shockingly high number of like 3 power creatures, or 3 or less. Like Karok is just actually really good with access tunnel. Just get in for free, drain 6. Drain 3, I guess. 6 life swing, I guess. I mean, Servant's another one that can get in there. Poet, Fanatic, another good one. But I'm pretty tempted, honestly. If I'm being honest right now, I could see the argument for doing it like this and doing the access tunnel. I think I might. I think I'm going to do it. So, this is the deck. It's a very good looking deck. I think the only thing it maybe could have used is more fixing. But, no, it's great. Really strong looking deck. We've got the environmental science. What more do you want? Great deck. All right. Looks like a lot of fun. We're going to run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right. Here in round 1, we're going to keep. Great hand. If we don't draw land right away, we probably go for Quill to find our environmental science. Also, just equipping into a Menace 1/1 is probably still good enough to be not too shabby. Ooh. Well, we got our land all right. Main deck, environmental science. Should have noted they had to mulligan as well here. Ooh, blood researcher, huh? Well, let's get the fanatic down then, because turn 3 researcher is going to be pretty nice. Guess we don't need to show off the access tunnel just yet. Well, looks like they've got something here, huh? That's sensible. Next turn we can do the Quill plus equip, or we can do the Alchemist. I almost wonder if the Alchemist is better. Are they going to reduce the memory of our researcher? Because that's going to be real good for us. Basically upgrading it and taking their 4th turn at the same time. Ah. Much better plan. Alright, well, I think we just do Alchemist here because we have the Quill already. Yeah, I like that. I suppose they can reduce the memory of our Alchemist. It doesn't... Once again, it doesn't really matter. So we can putrefy that if we so desire. I suppose we probably do. So let's go putrefy. And then we're going to go Poet's Quill. I mean, I guess... we can do Spectre the Fens here, actually, huh? Alright. For 3. Makes sense. So we can go Quill and dig up probably. Yeah, they don't want to deal with that. So they're 3-color. One of the weird aspects of this format, especially best of 3, is that I feel like I never draft for my sideboard. Or technically I am, but they're just lessons that I'm going to pull during them. So this is a weird format in that respect. I'm surprised I haven't addressed that really before, or maybe I haven't, I forgot. But I feel like there's not that much sideboarding going on. It's not to say there's none. Like, we do have stuff like Big Play to catch flyers, like Laureate or whatever. But I will say it feels like you're just drafting for your main deck or lessons, and that's about all you can get. So that being said, yeah, probably not sideboarding into anything and just running her back here. This is actually a really good hand. We have to go Ingredient into Biograph. And then we can even cash out Ingredient later. So it's not like we're even 2-for-1ing ourselves here. I guess I'll take 0. That's pretty good synergy. I'm surprised that hasn't come up more in the matches I've seen. Maybe it has and I can't remember. Arrogant Poet. Well, I'm going to play that despite Unwilling Ingredient being better use of mana. So technically I have them on a 2-turn clock, which is pretty nuts if you think about it. So I guess we'll do Unwilling Ingredient first here. Ah, well, guess now I wish I'd done the land first. I suppose we can get in here. Question is, do I pay the 2 life for Poet? I think it's okay to do that, probably. Alright, so let's go land, Rise of Extus on the 3/2. And we'll get summoning. Alright. Well, we'll see for round 2. Alright, round 2, we'll play first. One lander, gonna have to mull that. This one we'll keep. And we'll ditch, I guess the Alchemist. Could have ditched the ingredient, but if I just rip black mana, I probably want the ingredient to die so I can find my green mana. Uh-oh. That's not the top deck I want. Well, I suppose if I draw Access Tunnel, I might be a little bit regretful. Let's get in there, I guess. Alright. Fair enough. Well, I guess we're slowly but surely building towards that Deadly Vanity. Might take a little while, though. Uh-oh. Things got trampled, too, huh? Well, I guess the good news is Field Trip can get us closer to Deadly Vanity if we can just hold off for a while. So 6. I guess we do Environmental Science, then. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, we already have enough black, I guess. I'm gonna go Onslaught plus Researcher. Could do the ingredient to find that 8th land, though. I suppose so. Alright. So, I can blow up the world here. Two cards left in hand. I mean, I can take a 3-for-1 here. I suppose I do. Wait, do I have to choose mine? Can I undo that? No. It won't let me undo it? You have to choose one? Well, I suppose it does say choose one, huh? Alright. Well, if I'd known that, which I guess I should have if I just read the card, probably would have just played Blood Researcher there. Or Hunt for Specimens. Yep. Have to note on your rares. It doesn't say choose up to one creature or planeswalker. It says choose one. Very, very, very important distinction. So I can Deadly Brew back my Glyph Weaver, though, and get access to it again? That's pretty sweet, actually. Let's try and not screw it up the second time, huh? So how do we do this? We go... Because we want to get rid of Sparring Regimen, too. Yeah, so we can go... Hunt... And I guess we can get the Intro to Annihilation if I want. Sparring Regimen can definitely make things difficult, so probably want this. Then we go Researcher. We go Deadly Brew. And we'll get the Glyph Weaver back. We're just looting, though. It's not the end of the world. Alright, guess we blow this up. What did they get there? So now they took a, that's weird. Uh-oh. Well, I don't think we have a choice then. Board wipes are also much worse in Limited in best of 3. Because then your opponent knows about them. You know what I mean? So that's an important thing to note as well. Nice. Alright. So we'll go to game 2 here. I still love our deck. Definitely think our deck can win. That was a weird game, though, wasn't it? It was a very strange game. Not sure why it went as poorly for us as it did, but... Man, oh man, did it sure go poorly. Opponent's deck is kind of cool. Multicolor, just a bunch of things. Really nothing crazy. Nothing crazy whatsoever. No bombs. I guess Scroll Wielder's pretty good. Especially with Explosive Welcome. I guess that's pretty cool. And you can get it back for free or whatever. I mean, you still have to cast it, but you get what I'm saying. As far as sideboard goes, I mean, big play, probably not. No, oh, they have Sparring Regimen in there too. That's right. That's a good one. Oh, I exiled it. It's like, where did it go? Yeah, Sparring Regimen's very good. So they're 4-color nonsense, huh? Alright, well, it's a cool deck. I still think we can win. I don't know what to say. I think our deck has a bunch of synergy and good stuff and removal, and I think you can get there. Alright, we'll play first. It's a great hand. I forgot that we have Poet's Quill in here. So probably quilling into Inkling Summoning, perhaps. I'd be fine with that. Could do the... No, let's do the Quill. Alright. We've got enough lands, right? Yeah, we do. So we can get the summoning here. To get the flyer going. So then turn 4, we can equip Quill plus do Hunt for Specimens and dig up, I don't know, whatever we want. Another summoning. So we're already doing good. Got rid of an opponent's card at literal, like, no cost to us whatsoever, so that's cool. Because we got a Quill out of that. So we got a Quill and a Mage Duel out of their hand. That's a pretty good deal for 2 mana, I would say. I guess 5 mana overall. So best use of mana is Hunt plus Fanatic, so we'll do Hunt. And we'll get, we could get another removal. Could get a Pest Summoning. I mean, Pest Summoning is going to be cool with the Poet's Quill. I'm kind of feeling Intro to Annihilation. I don't know if it's right, but my thinking is that it's probably okay. Next turn we can do the Servant plus Equip Quill, or we can do Putrefy plus Equip Quill. Both of those seem good. Oh, Emergent Sequence. Well, I'm going to Putrefy that for sure. Especially since they're kind of land-starved. That's a good draw, so let's do land. Let's go Quill on this. Get in for 4. And then we'll Putrefy this. Nice. So we actually can't Intro to Annihilation the island, but we can Rise of Exodus it, so that's probably fine. I guess we'll get rid of the Learn card, maybe. And then we can get Pest Summoning. I suppose so. Not the most exciting use of the Learn mechanic, but certainly good enough. Sure. So Deadly Brew, we can get back Leech Fanatic? That's not that exciting. Well, let's get in for 2. And then we're just going to go Servant plus Pest Summoning. And we do have the Access Tunnel, which actually looks like it can do quite a bit this game, so that's important to note. Cram Session, so that's more things we can do, I guess. No, I'll probably just do this and get in with these 2. And I guess we'll Cram Session and get another Pest Summoning. Sure. So I could have equipped the Servant and still been unblockable, but this is probably fine. The weird thing is I don't have anything significant to get back with Deadly Brew. I don't know if that matters, though. But for now, we'll play the ingredient and call it good. All right. Guess this would kill all of our guys, though. Do I really want to do that? They're basically tapped out, though. What do I get out of it? It's probably still fine, actually. I guess we'll get the Fanatic back. Alright. Stole game 2 there. Still not much of a sideboard. They were off their lands there. I mean, they're primarily green. They have sequence to fix as well as sciences with their learn cards, so... and Letter of Acceptance. So they have pretty good fixing, actually, for their 4-color deck, but... I mean, our mana base is going to work a little better. Probably overall power level, they might have some stronger effects. Honestly, I think Poet's Quill goes kind of toe-to-toe with, like, Sparring Regimen. Sparring Regimen might be slightly better. It's tough to say, actually, because Quill is so phenomenal. The lifelink aspect. We did just win with Access Tunnel, though, which makes me happy. And they're going full-fledged sideboard mode again, though. They've got some serious sideboard stuff going on. All right, we've got a good keep here. So we can go Ingredient into Fanatic, into eventual Cram Session. That was a good draw. Cram Session can find Inkling Summoning. And we can get that little show on the road. Sure. Well, we've got a lot of removal. Trickster. Alright. So, we can get in with Ingredient. We're going to go Deadly Brew. And then we're going to go Fanatic. So they do have Snakeskin Veil in there. Looks like they're doing Mage Duel, probably, would be my guess. Oh, Letter of Acceptance, okay. So, We could use 2 removal spells on that. I mean, considering we have a grip full of removal, I'm a little more on board with doing that. If they use the Veil, I'll dump the Putrefy. I'm okay with that. It's still a 2 for 2. It's a pretty good 2 for 2 for them, but I think it's still worth it. Because we still have 2 more removal spells, so I'd rather just get some damage in now and then peck them down with Access Tunnel at a certain point. Sure. So 1 card left in hand. We've got multiples. Unwilling Ingredient in here too. What do they got? Rise of Extus or something? Or what do they got? Targeting our Fanatic with something. Ah, Rotha. Okay, Rutha, rather. So, I'm going to go for it here. And I guess we'll get rid of... I don't know, this maybe? And... yeah, I guess we just get more threats. Since I already have... another removal. Plus we have the Access Tunnel, so seems fine. Alright, well, that one's pretty good, right after I do a Rise of Extus. Let's see. So I can do Pest Summoning plus make Fanatic unblockable, probably do that. Alright, they got a lot of goodies, I'll give them that. But we are just a land away at least from... Alright, so we have the 8th land now. Let's see. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, what are they going to be able to cast here? Burying Books, because it's at random. Veil, Field Trip. They get some pretty good ones, actually. So I don't want them to know about the 8th land, because that's probably fine. Basic Conjuration has lifelink. So I guess we'll block here. Oh, good. Oh, that's a good draw, too. Alright, well, it is time. Puts it 3rd from the top, is that right? Okay. So we'll go Quill. Intro to Annihilation so we can deal with Bookworm. Then we'll go land. We'll go equip Quill the Fanatic. Get in for 3. And pass. Sure. Now if we draw land, we can go Intro to Annihilation plus... plus we could have used the Spectre, but this will work, so I'm going to exile that thing, go Poet, and get in for 3. Alright, so we can go Pledge Mage. I wonder if I guess it's 5/7. Yeah, we have them on a 2-turn clock if I just do it this way. Although, wait, they don't have a flyer? 9/10, so we don't have enough to do both. It's not a big deal, I guess. I think that means we just get in. Yeah, this is fine. So we're going to have to deal with both of our guys now. And their upkeep scrying, which I think is a good sign for us in terms of not having the answer to get out of this situation. Alright, stole the match. We'll see you in round 3. Alright, we got a good keep here. Only 1 black mana, which is, well, never mind. I was going to say problematic, but then we immediately draw another one, so no problems. Alright, that's cool. It's actually a good draw since we're ramping towards it with Field Trip. So, Field Trip, it's going to get us close to Rise of Exodus range. I guess we'll probably find the Inkling Summoning would be my guess. I'm not sure. So, here we probably just go... probably still doing the Field Trip, so we'll attack the ingredient. I'm fine. I just want to take it. Oops. That's not the one I wanted. Whoops. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Not exactly what I wanted, though. So, we can go Field Trip. I mean, it still works out to be Rise of Exodus on the same turn anyway, so... probably doesn't matter. Could do the Pest Summoning here. Can also do Intro to Annihilation, which is probably okay. Or Summoning because it flies. I don't know if it really matters right now, just because... we're going to double block the Professor if they attack with Unwilling Ingredient and Arrogant Poet. No attacks is probably fine too, I guess. So... all their mana up. So I assume they're going to be doing some sort of... Oh, wait, I didn't want to exile that. Whoops. So we can do Intro to Annihilation. I suppose since we don't have any other removal, I'll probably do that. Guess we can get in with Arrogant Poet, but I'm probably just going to chill for now. Well, at least they didn't get to copy it. Alright, so we're up to 7 lands. The Leyline thing doesn't have trample, so it's probably okay to go Witherbloom, Pledge Mage. I mean, I don't want them fighting my guys either. But if they had fight, they could do it with the Drake too. Yeah, that's true. Like Mage Duel or Tendrils, so it doesn't really matter. Probably just play a Pledge Mage, especially since we can get the life gain synergy going here. And then we'll probably pass. I mean, I could be getting in with my Poet, I guess, but it costs me 2 life, so I don't love it. Maybe it is the best idea. Well, they get to learn twice now. Start from scratch, huh? What's the other one they get? And pest summoning, okay. Alright, so I guess we just get rid of that. Did not tap quite the way I wanted. It's okay. I think now we can attack here. And play the life. That's fine. Wish I had the Inkling summoning instead, but classic Alex Stephenson interacting with auto tap. Start from scratch is actually pretty good against us because we have the Poet's Quill, but that's okay. So they're splashing red? Seems like they're splashing red. So they can copy Poet Summoning, or Pest Summoning. Poet Summoning. They didn't copy it though, which is kind of interesting, I think. That is interesting. All right. Well, that's all they're blocking, huh? I think I'm going to kill this. Try to. Alright, I'm cool with that. And then we'll get the flyer. So they can't copy the start from scratch now, which is nice. Still a lot of action in hand, though. I'll give him that. Serpentine Curve, okay. Oh, another Pledge Mage. That's cool too. So we have 8 mana. Let's just... Yeah, I think this is fine, actually. We'll just attack with everything. Still haven't jammed that start from scratch yet, surprisingly. Pretty easy target in Inkling summoning, I would think. Ah, well, that makes more sense. Explosive Welcome. Wait, why'd they do that one? Oh, now... Oh, they're going to kill it anyway. That's right. Oh, wow. They just had a grip full of goodies, huh? They just had, like, non-stop goodness there. So, Access Tunnel doesn't really do anything. So, we'll no attacks and play this and then stay back. So now they can use that, and next turn they can copy it to kill both of our guys. Pretty perfect set of goodies there, though. I'll give them that. And then we perfectly proceed to rip a land as well. Oh, and even better for them. Nice. Pretty perfect. They already had the thing that we knew about to answer that, and then on top of that, they drew something even better. Wow. Nice. Their deck's sweet. I love their deck. So they could draw a billion cards, but still feel like we probably have to kill this just so I don't die. Pretty phenomenal deck. I mean, once again, I feel like we can still win, but yeah, pretty phenomenal. Had to go toe-to-toe with Explosive Welcome a couple times. I mean, if we can live, we do have Deadly Vanity we could rip here. Especially if they overplay. I think even if they overplay their hand, though, they've still got... They got to be pretty tempted to play Rutha here, though. Maybe not, but... Oh, I see. Alright. Oh, good. So, hopefully we just rip Vanity and start winning. I don't think that's going to work. So we'll do the Servant to try and buy ourselves some time to get our Deadly Vanity. I mean, we still have the ace in the hole in our deck here, so despite all of the nonsense that our opponent has been doing, basically drawing 8 more cards than we have this game, we still could potentially have that out. We actually really don't want these to go on top of our deck because that's going to decrease our chances of finding Deadly Vanity. No, we don't die, so I guess we might as well do it, but... Alright. Go to the next game here. Once again, absolutely I think we can win this. Totally think it's within our deck's power to win this game. What is going to be necessary in order for that to happen? Well, it's a good question. I mean, our opponent's got some powerful stuff in there, but remember, we're like chock full of removal. They have a lot of card advantage. That's true, but I mean, all of our little learn stuff is card advantage too, so I'm not sure. I don't have a good answer for that. I mean, it seems like Rutha did most of the work that game, copying important spells. Yeah, it's good. Might have to dig up our environmental sciences here, but that's fine. Not a huge deal. I probably still dig up environmental sciences. I could actually dig up Inkling Summoning here, because I have removal as well. The Putrefy I can play. That's true. I'm going to do the summoning. This might be a little greedy, but I think it's because our opponent's late game is better than ours. I kind of like this more. So I can putrefy that. Question is, do I want to putrefy that? Probably. It takes them off ramp. They have a lot of expensive stuff. We can onslaught the next thing they play. So I can do the Alchemist. Probably better use of mana, makes sense. Then we can get the Pledge Mage down. There's Rutha, so we can kill her now and play Ingredient, but I think we're actually just going to attack for 4. I don't want Rutha copying stuff, so it seems okay to me. So we can do Spectre of the Fens, which is fine. We can do Witherbloom Pledge Mage, which is fine. What do I like the most here? Probably the summoning to get a flyer on board. But in that case, maybe I'm supposed to just do Spectre. Yeah, probably Spectre plus Unwilling Ingredient, I would say is probably the best. Doomblade's pretty good. So we can Doomblade Zimone. I'm kind of on board with that. So I think I'm actually just going to attack with... So let's go... want to get black mana. And we want to Doomblade Simone. So that way they can't draw cards, which I think does make sense. I mean, they're still drawing cards off Snow Day, but you get what I'm saying. They can draw 2 cards a turn otherwise. And then we'll... yeah, I guess we attack with these. This is fine. Get a pest off the table, get a draw component out of the yard, play the summoning, and then pass. So they have explosive welcome mana, so they can kill our 2 flyers. So they had it, which is fine. They're gonna attack. Well, I like that. Eureka moment, or... oh, Leyline Invocation. Nice one. Just casual 2 9/9s is their last card, huh? It's pretty good. Let's see. So we'll do this. Dig for some removal. And... pass. Let's see if they attack with both. They should attack with... they do attack with both, okay. Just one's probably okay for now. Especially if we can find a removal spell. Well, it's not what we wanted them to draw, but it's what they got. So we'll Poet's Quill. And... I suppose we kind of have to. And then we can Intro to Annihilation one of the 9/9s. And I guess we can get in for 3 here, which is fine. It's not what we wanted them to have, but it's what they got. Oh, well, that was a good draw. Well, I guess we can do this technically, huh? Let's see. I mean, clearly I'd like to keep the Pledge Mage, but I need the Alchemist in order to cast Deadly Vanity. Unfortunately. I am only 1 mana shy, because I would much rather do the Pledge Mage. But at the same time, I can't really take the 9 damage so much either. So, I suppose... well, let's see if I can... do I have enough mana to go Unwilling Ingredient? That's 3. I'm going to get 6. 1, 2, 3, 3. So I still have enough. I think, right? 1, 2, 3. I get 6. Equip for 2. No, I'm actually going to be 1 shy. So I guess I kind of have to do it this way. Oh, I have full control. I'm like, why is it doing that? We'll do this. Obviously not the trade we want, but it's unfortunately the way we got to do this. So, the 6 black. Choose our creature. Those all go. Equip here. Access Tunnel would be a good draw. Oh, wow. Their deck is... Never mind. I thought for a while we could take this, but I take it back. We can't win. I take it back. This is not a winnable match. I thought it was, but no, this is not a winnable match by any stretch of the imagination. I was 100% wrong. This isn't even kind of a winnable match. Like, zero regrets, no problems losing this match. Fully accept it. I guess I should have attacked with both my pests there, too. Winning with Access Tunnel is... I don't think there is a more satisfying feeling than winning with Access Tunnel. Yeah, I stand by my first statement, though. Look at what their deck has... On top of the fact that then they just casually play a Gnarled Professor that game. Like, oh yeah, just to let you know, I've got this too. Yeah, their deck is so good. Their deck is so sweet. Like, I like how streamlined and, you know, can do whatever it needs to do very often, sort of plan we have, but, yeah, they've got a little bit too many nuts things. Deadly Brew is actually pretty bad here, but there's probably times where it'll pay off, but they've got multiple, I think we have to keep this. They've got multiple Professor Zoomancers, which makes the Deadly Brew much less sexy. Oh, perfect draw. Absolutely perfect draw. So, yeah, what do we pick here? Is it Intro to Annihilation to deal with all the bombs they have? And since we don't have any removal in hand, that could make sense. We don't have the 2 black for summoning. I could do Environmental Science to get the 2nd black. Alright. It also works well with Blood Researcher. I think that's another reason to do it. Though, most likely we're playing Groff next turn. Though I admit it does not make the best use of mana. I'm going to guess Gnarled Professor's coming out here. We'll see. That's just a guess. Could be wrong. Professor Zoomancy. Well, that's another one that's pretty good. So you can do the Unwilling Ingredient. How do we want to go about doing this? I guess we attack And then we'll do, I suppose we'll do Moldering Carrick, maybe? Yeah, because then we can do Blood Researcher. We can do Environmental Science plus Researcher next turn, which isn't bad. I have Rise of Exodus for that at some point. Some point being pretty soon here. So we'll go Researcher plus Environmental Science. And get another black. And then we'll pass. Sure. So we're going to Rise of Exodus, and I'm going to choose... What am I going to choose here? Well, I presume I'm going to choose... probably Intro to Annihilation. Even though the average draw I feel like they get is really good, but... at the same time, I should probably have an answer for something if I need it. I'm kind of surprised they did Snow Day on their turn, just because they would have gotten an extra untapped step out of it, but I guess they get an attack here. Although I wouldn't have double blocked. Well, no, I guess it would have been a pretty good double block in hindsight. Alright, that's surprisingly not the end of the world. Wow, Access Tunnel's good there too. So 7 mana, we can go Spectre plus Blood Researcher. So the big problem we're running into now is how good Explosive Welcome is going to be. Obviously I don't want my guys to get blown up, but I think this is how we got to do it. Tangle Trap. Wow. Are they getting Explosive Welcome now? I guess they haven't yet. That's good. They have one card left in their hand? How is that possible? How is that possible? So... yeah, how do we want to go about doing this? I guess we just, you know... kill the Professor. Not much to say. They do get a card out of it. And then we can... get in... Poet's Quill. Get the summoning. And pass. Start from scratch, baby. Yep. Can blow up the Quill, which is fine. The Quill kind of already did its job, so that's the good news there. So I suppose the play is, yeah, make this unblockable. Get in. It's a good one. So, what can we do here? You can go cram session. This is actually an important one because we want Blood Researcher to get out of range. So, of Explosive Welcome. So that's actually pretty cool. We'll get in with these two to get rid of the Needle Drake, which is fine. So really, I mean, they have burying books here, but so they get to copy it. And we already, like, ran out of field trip gas here. I think we're basically winning on the back. Our plan is to win on the back of unblockable pest summonings. Might be the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Alright, so they have Burying Books mana up. I wonder if it's our... If only I could gain life and make Blood Researcher out of range of Gnarled Professor. That would be the best. But alas, we can't, so instead we'll just go for the Carrick. We're going to see if they have the Burying Books. I guess I can attack with the ingredient too, actually. Like, they're going to gain a life off of this, but we also get rid of a blocker. I think they have the Burying Books anyway, as expected, yeah. That's fine. So they do that. Yep. So now we can go another pest summoning here. Choices. So they probably at this point have the Explosive Welcome, which I think means they're going to be able to copy it to probably kill Blood Researcher. Oh, Deadly Brew. Unfortunately, they have the Pest. Well, I suppose that means I attack with everything here. Alright, so we'll kill these two. And then we can go Deadly Brew. Alright. And we can get Spectre back, Bayou. Probably Spectre because it flies and can drain, and we're going to have enough mana to do that multiple times a turn. And then we still have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can go... Well, I don't want to shuffle, because we want this Carrick. So I think we go Ingredient. And, let's see. If I do Spectre, next turn I can have... I don't have enough to do Carrick, so we'll do the Carrick here. Wow. I don't know how we won this match. I honestly don't. Their deck was vastly superior to ours. Vastly superior. They had way more value spells than we did. And they had all their colors. I honestly think the only reason we won is because they didn't see their Explosive Welcome with Ruth out. So, I mean, that's the most surprising victory I've had in a long time. Their deck was certainly better than ours. Our deck was insane, too, so it's saying a lot that their deck was better than ours. But, yeah, just so many goodies in there. Best goodies of our deck, obviously the Quill, the first pick, does so much work. I mean, how many games did Quill come down and they either had to deal with the Quill or deal with the thing the Quill got for me. So just built-in 2-mana value. It feels too good. I don't want to say it is overpowered because it's not. It's not overpowered, but it feels like it is sometimes. It really does. And then Deadly Vanity, even with a mistake in round 2, still managed to take that match. So pretty shocking. Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. All right. Pack one, pick one. Probably go with the Cultivate. Ramps, gets more lands in hand. This is a slower format, I think, for the most part. I mean, there certainly is aggro out there, and it can win, but it's monocolor. It's a Mystical Archive card. It ramps, it fixes. It gives you a land drop guarantee for the following turn, too. I think it's very good. All right. Here, well, Quandrix Command, pretty sweet. And it's an instant. Yeah, I think this is an easy... This card is nuts. Very, very easy Quandrix Command. The fact that you can bounce a Leyline Invocation token and then buff one of your other creatures. I mean, this card is way, way well costed for the effects at instant speed. It's a combat trick, plus I'll bounce your huge Leyline Invocation token. This looks like a game-winning command. Maybe that's the best one. I thought Lorehold was, but maybe Quandrix is. Here, pack one, pick one. Probably the Professor. I like the Professor a lot. It's monocolor too, so you can play it in Silver Quill. Or, it'll come to me, Lorehold. Yeah, real good common. Expressive Iteration is very good too, but no, I think I'd go with Professor on that one. Well, Quandrix Command again, and if that wasn't in there, I'd probably, yeah, maybe Professor. Probably Professor again. I have gotten got by Explosive Welcome quite a few times now, which is surprising because it doesn't really seem that nuts to me. But shows you what I know. I mean, granted, it's 8 mana for 8 damage, but it's 8 mana. It's a lot of Quandrix Commands. I think I'm just opening these nonstop now because I'm running low on rares that I haven't already gotten in the set, and the way the arena pack opening works is if you don't have it, you just... Whatever cards you don't have, you automatically just open. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, that's why we open 4 Quandrix Commands, because it's probably the last rare that we don't have. So if Command wasn't in this pack, I would probably just pick probably Mage Duel. It's a great, cheap removal spell. All right, well, we got the draft. Our deck was nuts. We beat a more nuts deck in the finals, which is sweet. All right, we'll see for the next one.